And let's get Sean Garcia off and running. It's our tail of the tape first fight of the night. Sean Garcia 5-0 with 2 knockouts. He's only 20 years old, and he takes on Rene Marquez, who believes he's going to bully and beat down the young Garcia. Sean Garcia wearing the all-white trunks and white gloves. Rene Marquez in the green, red, and white.
Garcia, the southpaw here, slightly taller. I think he has a 4-inch height advantage. He should use that from the left-handed stance.
Garcia not mincing words in our pre-fight interview, saying, I will knock this guy out, as he just messes with a right. Sergio, Rene Marquez coming off an 896-day layoff. Quickly, how many years is that, Sergio? Do the math.
I have no clue.
It's over 2 years, I know that.
I have no clue, but it sounds like a lot. But he's a soft-spoken guy, but very, very intelligent. He was smart, and he says he's ready to bang, that someone's going to get knocked out here.
You always wonder if Sean Garcia gets a little wrapped up in that vortex of his brother's hype, where he thinks, I've got to do something spectacular too, instead of just doing what he needs to get done.
That always happens with young, fresh talent, you know, gifted talent like this. Like right now, you can see Garcia loading up, looking for a big left hook, left hand, but it's not going to land with a cagey fighter like Marquez. So fight behind the jab, fight behind speed. You know, Marquez being the shorter fighter, that's exactly what would be the best tool right now. It's just a nice little jab, a smart jab, instead of loading up on the left hand like he did right there.
Sean is fighting on the same card as his brother Ryan for the first time. This is a 4-rounder, as Marquez trying to push the tempo a little bit.
See those big hooks right there. He's throwing really hard, really early. In these 4-round fights, they go really fast, but both of you are eager. Both of them are anxious. So speed will be the best thing right here, especially against the southpaw. Fight behind that jab.
Keep him up. Keep him up.
Left to the body, and then the right again for Sean Garcia. Both connecting clean, and in rushes Marquez like a bull.
Box.
Did you like fighters that would bull rush at you like that?
Oh, I loved it. It just made it easier. Look, just like that. Garcia just barely missed that left uppercut, stepping back nicely from a southpaw position, which is dangerous because you're coming from different angles when you're southpaw.
You get the momentum from your punch plus the momentum of your opponent running right at you.
Yeah, it's a double whammy there.
It's like a car crash on the interstate. Oh, and he got him that time coming in. Good shot from Marquez.
Let him go. Let him go.
That's the one he wanted, Sergio.
Yeah, no, he's a tough fighter. He's soft-spoken, but he carries a big stick, and right there is a big punch. You could see Ryan, the similarities in Ryan Garcia and Sean Garcia when they throw a hook. Even though Garcia here is throwing a right hook, Ryan Garcia does a left hook, but it's the same technique, same snap.
Marquez calling this the biggest opportunity of his career.
See, that left hand right there was better served if he threw it to the chest instead of to the shorter fighter's head. Throw it to the chest. That's where his chin's going to be.
Well, Garcia said he was going to work the body. Haven't seen a ton of that so far.
And that's what Eddie Reynoso wants from the corner. Even if they're jabs, just you got to touch the body. You know, but you got to bend your knees. As a taller fighter, you got to bend down. You don't want to go to the body standing tall.
Stop.
And once you break that distance, that's when you let it out. That's when you got to get, you know, you got to make it your fight right there. That's just throw punches. Don't let them get away. Punch at the shoulders, punch at the hips.
Right hook to the body for Sean Garcia, who actually got a chance to spar Canelo Alvarez. He sticks a couple of left jabs in there.
Marquez landing a good straight right hand. See, that's what I mean right there, Todd, which is illegal, but that's what you got to do when you're a 4-round fighter like Marquez, brought here to lose.
Only someone from East LA would say, I know it's illegal, but do it anyway.
I'm telling you, man, this is the type of fight you got to get. You're just going to get a warning from the referee, so as long as you only do it once, don't get carried away with it. That's the fight you got to do. That's Marquez's fight right there.
Rene Marquez just winging hooks to the body, and there he is again, forcing Garcia to exchange on the inside.
That's also going to open up that hook from Garcia. He's been barely missing that shot.
You know Garcia would love to start this broadcast off with a highlight reel knockout, but Marquez is a very tough customer.
Well, he doesn't have the timing his brother has. He's barely missing that right hook, but if he can fight behind the jab and wait for that hook a little bit more to develop, it will land.
I was saying Sean Garcia got a chance to spar with Canelo Alvarez, who just jumped in the ring and said, let's see what you got, boy. And I said, how'd you do, Sean? He goes, well, I couldn't hit him. I said, well, did he hit you? He goes, oh, yeah, many times.
See, that's the problem fighting a fighter that's shorter, 4 inches shorter. Right there, you've seen Sean Garcia throw that right hook. It just went 4 inches over the head of Marquez.
All right, here we go. Round 4, scheduled for 4. Garcia seemingly has won the first 3 rounds, so it's go home or go broke for Rene Marquez.
See, there's that step back left hand. He's missing it because he's throwing it over the head of Marquez. That's what happens when you fight such a short fighter. You got to aim even lower. So if you're aiming at the head, aim 4 inches below the chin. That's where it's going to land.
Keep your head up.
And watch for that exit hook from Garcia.
That's what you always hear trainers say, aim at the chest. That's exactly what he needs to do here. Garcia needs to aim at the chest of Marquez.
Last time. Next time you beat him on the head, I'm going to call.
And yes, that check right hook is barely missing now.
How would you rate Sean Garcia's performance so far?
It's hard to rate these 4-round fighters, but right now so far I see him unraveling that left hook, getting closer and closer to landing. I like this 4th round.
Let him go, let him go.
Marquez just keeps coming. It's simply what he has to do.
And this is Marquez's fight. This is what I wanted from the first round out of him.
Power punches landed in round 3. Garcia 10, Marquez 5.
He punches up what there is, Johnny.
Garcia turned pro at the age of 17, just after his birthday down in Mexico. You can't legally fight until you're 18 in the U.S., so many boxers, like his brother, Ryan, went south of the border to lace him up.
Nice right hand there by Marquez. This is a good round by Marquez. See, Garcia's just backing up with no jab, nothing to set Marquez off. So that's the difference between him and his brother. Garcia always has that fast jab in opponents' faces, keeping him at bay, keeping that distance, getting that respect.
Well, Garcia showing maybe little signs of fatigue here, Sergio, as he swings and misses both of them.
Good body shot by Marquez on the inside.
I love the fact they're both headhunting, going for the big knockout here in the 4th and final round. Good round here for Rene Marquez, representing Nebraska very well here.
This is Marquez's best round, I think. He's coming forward, and this is why these 4-round fights are so dangerous. If Marquez could get a big win, a big round here, even a knockdown, it could be a draw. That's just the way it is with these 4-round fights.
He's got 25 seconds to do it. Not sure he's got that one-punch power, though, that he might need. 2 knockouts in his 5 wins. 10 seconds to go. Will they slug it out at the bell? And they do. Good 4th round for Rene Marquez, who certainly gave Sean Garcia some learning and teachable moments.
Oh, yeah, and Garcia's lucky that it was only 4 rounds, because that round, you've seen his fatigue starting to set in.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 4 rounds of lightweight action, we now go to the judges' scorecards. Here are the totals. Judge Mike Mitchell has it even, 38-38, a draw.
Uh-oh.
Judge Javier Martinez scores the bout, 39-37. And Judge Anthony Moss has the bout, 39-37. For your winner by majority decision, the fighting pride of Victorville, California, is still undefeated, Sean Sugar Rush Garcia!
That was a nice scare there for Sean Garcia, and I was going to tell you that the longer these judges take, the more that it's going to be in favor of the opponent. Rene Marquez actually, he did what he had to do, but he started a little bit too late. But that was a nice scare for Garcia.